I never thought I'd make this video, but whenever push just comes to shove, you just gotta do something, right? Hey guys, I'm KidBehindACamera. Welcome back to another episode of Subsecurity. Now we're going to start a little mini-series within this series called The Exposed Files. Now what The Exposed Files is basically me going a little bit more in depth of what I'm talking about and exposing some hidden truths that are swept under the rug. The first victim of The Exposed Files is going to be KidBehindACamera, the guy behind the Angry Grandpa Show on YouTube.
Now you want me to or not? Huh?
He's been having some problems recently with his father-in-law, Doug West.
I blame Michael for Bridget's weight problem. Buddy, I do too, actually. When you order $100 worth of pizza and sit there on the couch playing video games all day, all you're going to do is get bigger around. Trust me.
Because of this situation, I want to expose KidBehindACamera for being a liar, a manipulator to his audience, and just overall being a complete scumbag. So let's begin, shall we?
I need to say right here at the top of the video that everything you're about to see is 100% real. This is not a fake video. This is not scripted drama. This is not entertainment. This is my life. This is 100% real.
Now here's the problem with anything related to KidBehindACamera. What is real and what is fake? Mike has literally gone on record and said, "Oh yeah, some of my videos are fake and I over-exaggerate a couple things." How are we supposed to believe you now with you saying that all this crap is real when there's literally not like a balance between what is real and what is fake? Later in this video, he says, "Oh yeah, I had to fake Doug's reaction because he didn't do a good reaction whenever we told him that Bridget was pregnant."
Remember that time we told everybody that Bridget's pregnant? And we told Doug in a parking lot and he seemed like he actually cared? Well, that reaction was fake.
Like, how are we supposed to believe you? Hey, this is Waffle in the editing process. So, I say this and then I go talk about this situation as if it were real. So, I am going into this thinking that this whole situation is real. Just so we're fully aware on that part. So, back to the video.
I'm so f***ing sick and tired of my family drama leaking onto YouTube and becoming entertainment for everybody to laugh at and make fun of us for, and I'm just f***ing sick of it.
How are you gonna complain about family situations getting out there when your channels were literally built off of family issues? Angry Grandpa broke my PS4 because I couldn't make cookies with him. Oh my gosh, he got mad at me for putting a tramp stamp tattoo on him. Now I can't go to dinner. Yeah guys, I just hate it whenever my family situations are put online and basically just are put out there so that people can just look at it and laugh at it. You're an idiot! Use your brain! Now the next point that Mike makes in his video is one YouTuber has a spotlight. Someone wants to get in on that spotlight. They get in that spotlight and then they go and do their own thing. They're not making enough money from doing their own thing, so then they start talking about them to feel validated. That is a great point. But how many times did you have to repeat it in your video, Mike?
If you grew up watching a YouTuber and they brought somebody else into the fold, all YouTubers have to deal with bringing somebody onto their channel. YouTuber brings new person on the vlog. New person leaves the vlog and starts making a channel of their own. You have this YouTuber that's got some kind of a spotlight, and they take that spotlight and they put it onto somebody. He's making all the money. I'm not getting any of the money. Into the fold. They think they can do it on their own. Bring somebody in to do a video. They say a couple of lines. They leave. It gets a ton of views.
Good God! Do you really have to keep repeating yourself about this same point over and over again? Now, there have been points where I have repeated myself sometimes, but here's the thing. Whenever I'm doing a YouTube video, I try my best to cut it all out if I think I'm repeating myself. After hearing him repeat himself over and over again, I had to ask myself, is being repetitive a type of manipulation? Now, I did some digging, and I came across the 11 most common manipulation techniques. And at number 7, we have repetition. Through constant repetition, we can be manipulated. It is often tried to increase the credibility of a statement by the constant repetition, as in brainwashing. As the number of repetitions of an assertion tends to increase, the willingness to accept an assertion as true tends to increase. Through repetition, a notoriety effect occurs that causes us to adopt a familiar, friendly attitude. Yes, we humans are quite vulnerable. Now, I'm not saying that Michael is manipulating us into thinking that point, because that's actually a really good point, but he often repeats himself whenever he talks about how poor he was, stuff like that. Now, I'm not going to play as many times as he said that. I'm just going to play this right here.
See, growing up, I always wanted to take care of my family because I really grew up with nothing. I don't think people realize just how poor we actually were, but we did not have a...
Oh, I think we all understand because you don't shut up about it.
And the worst part is I can see all the comments now. Michael, this always happens to you. Why does this always happen to Michael? Everybody seems to leave Michael. At what point do we start blaming Michael instead of everybody else? And if you're one of those people saying that, you don't know what the f you're talking about.
Michael, this is the 3rd time that there has been a situation sort of like this. You had Charlie Chill, and you had Tina, and now it's Doug. To be honest, my guy, I'm pretty sure you're screwing up somewhere. Now, that's enough of this intro crap with him talking all this bull crap, and then putting sad music over old family videos, in which sad music is often used to manipulate audiences into thinking a particular thought. More or less in apology videos and stuff like that. Let's get started on the stuff that I want to dig into, and where Michael manipulates and lies through this whole video.
Like most family disputes, this one begins with money. Money, I am sick of it.
To act like he's all above the money, he's above all that, he doesn't really care much about the money. Well then, why did you do this later in your video?
You know what? This seems to be a really good time to plug a little bit of merchandise. Introducing the Deadbeat Dung shirt.
You're literally making a video about your father-in-law and how much of a D-bag he is, and then you go and try to promote a shirt, and you wonder why no one thinks that your crap is real. For that matter, why do you constantly clickbait? He likes to claim that it's all because of the YouTube algorithm, but you do it on Storyfire as well. Now don't act like you're above money when you literally tried to sell a shirt in your video about your father-in-law. So then on, Michael just went on to this whole spiel about, Bridget's getting harassed, Doug isn't appreciating the money, all that stuff, because, you know, he doesn't care about the money. And then Michael wants to go and claim that Doug said that he wanted to be the next angry grandpa.
You know, after my father died, Doug started making a lot of jokes about how he should be the new angry grandpa. Honestly, he started making the jokes before my father died.
Now, if you actually paid attention and looked at those conversations, you would see that Doug doesn't really say, oh yeah, I want to be the next angry grandpa. Like, yeah, it might seem like that, but at the same time, if you actually just read through, he never says, I want to be the next HEP. That's what Michael does throughout most of this video. He makes a claim, and then he tries to support it by something that sounds like or looks like what he's claiming, but it's not actually what the actual situation is. Like, look at this clip, like, shortly after that.
You know, my father died a couple of weeks before Christmas, and out of nowhere, Doug started asking us for a brand new truck.
And if I had half the money that they claimed they gave me, I would have a new truck.
Michael claims that Doug asked for a new truck, when the actual case is that Doug said, if I had enough money that they claimed they gave me, I would have a new truck by now. That's just straight up lying and manipulating your audience into thinking a certain thought. Now the next segment of this video is basically Michael trying to claim that Doug is fat shaming.
Can I ask you guys what kind of a father actually does this? Like, seriously, what kind of a father goes live on the internet and tells everybody that his daughter is fat, that she has a weight problem, that she's gonna have a heart attack one day? Doug, we're talking about your daughter right now. Why do you think that that's okay to do? Why do you think that it's acceptable?
Oh, I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, that could come from a place of concern. If a parent is concerned about their child's weight, they're allowed to say to their child, hey, you're getting a little big. Please start thinking more about your health. Now, he gets right off of the fat shaming stuff really quickly. Just to talk about his dad some more, for like the 80th time.
He was strong, funny, caring. He loved his family, and he would do absolutely anything for his friends. And Doug was actually one of those friends. Weren't you, Doug? You and my dad were actually really good friends. And Doug, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being at the hospital with my father when he was dying, because he really needed to know that somebody cared about him. Unfortunately, you didn't, did you, Doug? You never gave a fuck about my dad, did you?
Switched up really quickly. Now remember that point that Mike just said, because we're gonna have to get into that later on.
See, it didn't take very long for Doug to take his attention off of me and turn it into my father.
Some people may call it bashing angry grandpa, but it's not. It's letting people know about the abuse that he has done to his grandkids and his kids over the years. Michael is continuing with this.
Maybe because Doug wasn't going to be the new angry grandpa, he decided to tear the old one down in the process. Doug wanted to ruin my father's name so that people stop watching his videos, and in turn, me and his daughter lose everything that we have.
I believe that. The man's dead, let him die.
Let me get this straight, Doug. Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe I'm a little fucked up. Your daughter stops giving you money. And so because of that, you decide to go on your channel and start talking about a man that's no longer alive to defend himself. Do I got that right, Doug? Am I missing anything? Just who the do you think you are, dude?
Jeez. Why are you making that assumption? The way that he talks, the way that he does things, and that's your assumption for why he's doing all this? What? Now that's screwed up to say on a live stream, right? That someone who is dead right now was a child abuser back in the day. Well, there is proof. But whenever he's asked about it, Michael just kind of covers it up and says it's a lie. Plus, that was the first thing that Michael pointed out to Doug whenever Doug asked, what did I lie about? What did I lie about on my live stream?
Okay, what am I lying about, Michael? Okay, make up something real good.
Nobody's gonna make up anything, though. We've already done a series where we've shown everything you've said, okay? You spent a year calling my father a child abuser.
But I have to be honest whenever I say that I am pretty sure that Angry Grandpa was a child abuser. Now, why do I believe this? Because there are videos out there of Angry Grandpa being very abusive towards children. Now, what I'm about to show you are a couple clips of Angry Grandpa being very abusive to his grandchildren, both verbally and physically.
Throw shit at me! Throw shit back! You don't throw nothing, you goddamn bottle! You understand me? You don't got him being a queer!
What?
A queer! He ain't queer! He ain't goddamn queer!
I keep putting that pressure
I'm tired of shit! I'm tired of shit! All y'all ever do is buy them gay shit! Fuck you, man! This goddamn... I'm part of... Whoa!
Now that's Angry Grandpa being very abusive to his grandchildren. But, we're not done here yet. Let's hear what his children have to say.
Was Grandpa abusive?
I mean,
And define how was he abusive? Like what?
Yeah, define the word abusive. You know what I mean?
Okay, did he hit you kids?
Never me.
Yeah.
And Dad's like, I said shut the fuck up! And he takes this jar and he throws it. And my sister ducks. And then here I am. And it crashes in my fucking face.
He hit my brother, and he hit my older sister Jennifer.
All of a sudden, all I hear was, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Stupid fucking bitch. And then, you know, my dad, like, kicks the shit out of me and then yanks the blanket off of me and says, goddamn bitch, Jenny, picks me up and throws me against the wall.
We talked about stories where Dad jacked Jennifer up against the wall because she ripped $1,000 cash and he got pissed. We were very poor.
Now those are blatant examples of Angry Grandpa being very abusive towards his grandkids and his kids, right? So why is Michael completely covering this up and saying that it's a lie every single time it's brought up? My guess is Michael is trying to save face and keep this positive image of his dad. But, Michael, I think you should also be worried about your image concerning these clips.
He's making a list.
Michael!
Boy, what happened?
You can go. Guess I'm sort of violent.
You guess? Usually someone would end a video just at this point and just be like, yeah, scumbag, we're done here. But, we still have quite a bit to cover, so strap in, boys and girls. Now that that crap is out of the way, let's go into Michael talking about Debbie, one of Doug's oldest friends in the world. Now, Debbie was on a live stream with Doug and was talking major crap on Michael, Bridget, and Angry Grandpa. And apparently this is why she was talking major crap on those three.
She did apologize to us for everything that she said about Grandpa, me, and Bridget. When we asked her why she did it, she said that Doug made her.
Now, I don't know about y'all, but you can't force anyone to say anything, really. You can't. You just straight up can't. So then he promotes the shirt at this point of the video, and then he makes this claim.
You guys want to know when Doug's lying? And no, I'm not going to say whenever he opens his mouth.
Heh, you want to talk?
This right here is how you can tell when Doug is lying.
Oh my gosh! Please tell me, Mike, on how we will know if Doug is lying. Please tell me!
Whenever Doug says something that is totally bullshit, he always snorts.
That point had to be the stupidest point I've heard throughout this whole video. Doug is a smoker. He has phlegm in his throat. Of course he's gonna snort, bro. I guess all these years, whenever my friends caught a cold and then they tell me that they can't come to school and then they snort on the phone, oh, I guess they're just lying to me all these years, huh? Thank you for telling me that. So now I know whenever people are lying to me, bro. This is just another case of manipulation and lying that he does to his audience. And of course, his audience eats it all up. And just is like, oh, kid behind a camera. Man, I hate it whenever it only happens to you. Oh, man. No one could ever blame you. You're such a god. You're, oh my god. So after that BS claim, Michael decides to go on to something else completely different and talks about what Doug did during the pregnancy.
See, when Bridget actually tried to tell her father that she was pregnant, he just didn't give up.
Cancel. This is way more important. What is it? Can't say. You're going to have to say. Okay, you're going to find out online then. What are you talking about? What is so important, Bridget? Hello? What's so important? Tell me. Come over. Tell me what's going on. So we sent him the video before it was online. Bridget is pregnant. His reaction, so you wanted me in a video. Yeah, we're going to be doing a family reveal video. Was going to tell you on Thursday, but we needed to upload the video today. Well, I am at a friend's house at Edisto River. I can't just leave. It's fine. See you Thursday. Okay? I didn't want you in a video.
BS, you would have totally recorded them if he came over, but hey, what do I know?
Want to tell you that you're going to be a grandfather before you found out online.
Yeah, Doug did not give a f that Bridget was pregnant, and she must have cried for 3 or 4 days about that.
Now, you want to claim that he didn't care, but what exactly tells you that he did not care at all? I don't know why anybody isn't pointing this out, but in the text messages, he sends a text message that says, "I am a grandfather, Clyde." What I assume is that he wanted to go text someone that he was going to be a grandfather. Now, I don't know about you, but a father that cares would go ahead and tell a bunch of his friends about it. Just simple as that.
This dude loves to tell people that he said that she wasn't pregnant because we clickbait our videos. Number one, we never clickbaited that Bridget wasn't actually pregnant. Except for that one video at the very end when she was obviously pregnant.
Well, you have titled some of your videos as in, "The truth about our daughter," or "Admitting the truth, showing the ultrasound photos." So, are you sure it was only one time? During the editing process, I also found this gem. So it wasn't just one time, you lying piece of sh**. That's all I really wanted to say about part 3 of his video. But part 4 is literally just a compilation of Doug clips with no real context to them.
So I just wanted to make a section dedicated to all the stupid, ridiculous, just absolutely asinine bullshit that Doug spews out of his mouth on a daily basis because he knows the trolls are watching. Enjoy.
So yeah, I am on all kinds of drugs. To be honest with you, I haven't heard any more from the FBI.
I don't eat fast food.
Yeah, I'd take a lie detector in a heartbeat.
I'm not gonna let it get to me. If it gets to me, somebody will disappear.
My assumption is that he just tried to pad out for time and just, you know, downloaded too many Doug clips. And then he goes to talk about how his dad died for like the 80th time, and I have really not much to say about that, so that's the end of the video, but that's not the end of me talking about Kid Behind the Camera. At the beginning of the Doug video, he likes to claim that he never ever wanted to make this kind of video.
I have tried really hard not to do this video.
Oh, you didn't want to make the video, Mike. You didn't want to make a video about your father-in-law. But dude, why is there a video on Storyfire that is exactly like the videos that you put on your YouTube channel?
I have tried really hard not to do this video. Unfortunately, I have to do a video that I've tried so hard to keep from happening. A video that I pleaded with him to avoid. I did not want to have to make this video, you guys.
Can literally anyone explain that to me? How is this guy getting by? How is he getting by? He constantly lies and manipulates to his audience about all this crap. And he still gets by with no problem. He still gets views, no problem. There are several points that he makes in this video and several things that he says in this video that I would like to point out as well.
As angry as I might be, as much as I may harbor resentment for the stuff that he said, it's still her father, and yeah, he's burned his bridge with me, but I'm hoping that there's still time for him to rebuild the one that he has with her.
If you really wanted to save the relationship between your girlfriend and her father, whenever you confronted him at his house, you should have just shut off the cameras and let them talk off camera and not bother. But no, you need some drama for views, so.
Don't darken my doorstep when you lose your fucking baby. Who the fuck do you think you are, you motherfucker? I'll fuck out of this motherfucker, Bridget. This motherfucker don't want this shit, boy. That's how I feel when he's... Don't darken your doorstep when you lose the baby, your first grandchild, you dipshit motherfucker!
Now, you have full right to get angry about that. But, I don't know. There was a bunch of abusive energy in that clip. No wonder why you didn't put that in your YouTube video.
A couple of weeks ago, we started using Tina in our vlogs again, and it's not my choice. The woman was fucking stalking us. However, storyline aside, we started using Tina in our videos again, and that completely pissed off Doug because we were using her and not him. He started to pretend like he was outraged over it. Oh my God, you disrespected the legacy of Angry Grandpa by bringing Tina back into the video. Which, by the way, Doug knew it was gonna be Tina before the internet knew it was gonna be Tina. And he wasn't outraged then. So why was he so angry then? Because it was her and not him. That's why.
In the proof that you show, it does not say that Doug was outraged that you used Tina instead of Doug. There is no way you can claim that unless you actually have something in there. I mean, the only thing that you actually show that would be, like, kind of right is Doug versus Tina. That'd be a good one. This is just another case, again, where Michael shows something, it sounds like what he's talking about, and it's just not true. Just blatantly not true, unless he actually has some proof, and he's just not showing it. Remember earlier whenever I told you to remember that one thing that Michael said in the original video about how Doug didn't care about Grandpa?
You never gave a fuck about my dad, did you?
This is the reason why.
You don't want to know the fucking times you would pull up to the house and he'd say, "Oh God, fucking Doug's here."
So pretty much Angry Grandpa didn't care about Doug either?
Well. How the turntables...
Disrespectful to my father's legacy was telling Bridget that before Grandpa dies, we needed to establish you as the new Angry Grandpa. There can never be another Angry Grandpa. Do you get that? Angry Grandpa passed away and the character is gone. There's not going to be another Angry Grandpa because the other one died. It's my father. It's not a fucking character, Doug.
Well, that's funny, because you literally added in another angry grandparent to the mix with Angry Grandma, and plus, what was that whole overreaction channel that you had a couple years back?
Number 4, real life reactions. And if you're wondering what a real life reaction is, this. Batista left for 3 years and then goes back and wins the Royal Rumble! I can't even begin to tell you how often I freak out watching television.
But no, there wasn't supposed to be another Angry Grandpa. Not at all. You're disrespecting your father's legacy. I know I am too by making this video. But you want to claim that Doug is disrespecting Angry Grandpa's legacy when you're doing it too. You piece of shit. Now we get to the reason why this all started allegedly. Doug had a moderator in his stream that joked about Bridget West and a possible miscarriage whenever she was carrying the baby. This is how Mike explains it.
You know, the straw that broke the camel's back here, you guys, was the fact that Doug was choosing moderators for his channel that were going on other channels and laughing at jokes about Bridget losing her child. My child. And he was having them as moderators. And it was sickening, and Bridget thought it was an accident. So she said, "Hey, by the way, Dad, you should know that we just witnessed this guy laughing about a joke about me losing the baby." And he asked to see proof. Instead of doing the right thing and just unmodding somebody who's literally laughing at the demise of your first grandchild, he asked for proof.
I'm sorry, but is it wrong to ask for proof nowadays? Since when did that become a thing? What? He can't just take your word for it. Show him the proof, and then he might fix that. He can't just take your word. Not everyone is going to believe your word against someone else.
You gotta remember, you guys, this is 50 and 60-year-old people, adults, on YouTube spilling tea. Like, are you fucking serious? Do you have so little going on that you have to talk about your daughter at 60 years old on YouTube?
I'm sorry, but that is total hypocrisy, because you're literally talking about like a 60-year-old man right now, instead of just raising your daughter or just anything else. You're just a blatant hypocrite. Now, that could make me seem like a hypocrite as well, but I've just wanted to expose the lies and the manipulation and the hypocrisy that comes from KidBehindACamera. I'm not going to end this in typical sub-security fashion. I do want to leave this message behind, though. KidBehindACamera, Michael Green, whatever you want to be called, you just need to stop. You need to stop and realize the stuff you have done. Don't get me wrong, Doug has done some messed up things and have said things about you and Bridget. But you also gotta realize that you have done wrong things as well.
This,
The waffle taco.
the waffle taco.